Howdy, everyone. Um, so, in the last poll that I did before I made the video about me, I had the option of making a video about the top 10 Longhorn Bulls that I've seen in my research and everything. So, I thought I'd make a video covering each of them. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. It'll be just a list of the top 10 bulls that I've come across or that I've been drawn to. Um, so, let me do a few basic things first. The criteria of what I look for in my research when I look for a good bull, because I'm going to start this with no bull is perfect, but what I look for is their horns, the horn length, the horn thickness, and their direction, which are all important. Um, One bull may have the longest horns ever, but they go off in different directions and just look out of place. Um, or trying to, but yeah, they have to have good horn direction. They have to have good horn placement, because if their horns are placed too low or if they're too far back or different things, then they're not going to be a good breeder. But different people look for different things. They breed for different things and so on. This is just what I look at. The horns, of course, and their color. They have to have if they have flashy color, it's always pretty to look at. But different colors, roan, brindle, whatever. It's always nice to have one that looks nice to look at in the pasture. And another main thing is what a lot of people don't think about is their body composition. What I mean by that is how their body looks. Do they have a straight back? Do they have good shoulders, good hips, good meat quality? Because Longhorns are a beef breed. In general, they are bred for their looks, their horn, and their meat. That is what they're the three main things that they're bred for. They may not be sold commercially as much as, say, Angus or Brahman or Hereford or whatever, but they have very lean meat, which a lot of small markets do still look for when it comes to purchasing beef. But yeah, that's something meat quality for meat. Like a big beefy bull is not really all that attractive to me. They do look nice when they're tall, beefy, and muscular, but meat quality is not what I would look for specifically or exclusively, but it is just something that they are bred for. Another criteria for this list is their age. All these bulls in this list are going to be mature bulls. They're not going to be yearling 2-3 years old because they haven't reached their full potential, if that makes sense. A yearling bull can definitely have potential to look better, but it hasn't completed the process of maturing. And even a 4-year-old bull. But all the bulls in this list are mature. They've reached potential pretty much, and yeah, hope that makes sense. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. Another thing, this is fully my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is not a critical list of going down who's the top 10 bulls in the world that the record has shown, because I don't think any world records are on my list right now. But this is just my opinion and what I like these bulls. All right, let's get into this list. So first on the list is Alpha Switchback. He has great speckled color. He's got great composition. He's a pretty thick and square-shaped bull. And also his head. I love his square-shaped, blocky head. Very bullish head. His horns may not be as long as other bulls, but they've got good position and their thickness is great. And he also produces very nice calves. Here. I've got my Chromebook in front of me underneath the camera, so I've got stuff to look at just so I can have a visual interpretation of what I'm talking about. But in editing, I'll put up pictures of both the bulls and their progeny or their parents or whatever I'm talking about, just for visual representation. But a lot of his calves share his speckled pattern or his large white pattern, but also his more square and his square body frame. Yeah, because he's a pretty chunky boy. Not the beefiest I've seen, but he's a very nice bull. He's got a pretty pattern on his face. He despite looking black and speckled, I think he's the same color as Tex, but with the speckle instead of just the line back pattern of what Tex has. But they're the same color underneath their pattern. All right. Anything else to cover about him that I had in my notes? Yeah, his offspring definitely have his good pattern and his square body and flat backs. And he was bred by Dickinson Cattle Company, which is one of the big names in Longhorn cattle across the board. A lot of the industry is around Dickinson. His parents were a bull named Annex, and his mom was named Willow Switchback. Willow Switch. Sorry, excuse me. Willow Switch was his mom's name. Next bull is Starbase Commander. Now, he may not be as flashy in color as some of the others, but he's got very nice, long, a very long body, a very nice, long body, and again, that flat back and square proportions that a bull should have. And his horns, I like his horns. He's got great horn thickness. His horns are thick. Like, he's got really thick horns, and he passes that on to his calves. Like, almost all of his progeny, both male and female, have really thick horns, and really wide horns too. Yeah, a lot of his daughters look very consistent in their horn shape. Sorry, I'm looking down at my Chromebook. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's got very nice producing, and he is a son of PPF gunmaker and Lady Dixie, and yeah, he lived to 16 years old. Oh, and Alpha Switchback is still alive. Let me backtrack a little bit. Alpha Switchback is still alive and producing still. He's got some great offspring still. When was Alpha born? 2015 was when Alpha Switchback was born. Starbase Commander was born in 2006 and lived for 16 years. Doesn't have the date of his death. But yeah, he has since passed away. Yeah, he's a very strong boy. Like, he looks like he can move a mountain. But yeah, I just love his color, and yeah, I just love his build. If he were a flashier color, I feel like he would be higher up on this list. But he's just I love all these bulls. Okay, moving on. Let's go to number 8, which is JP Rio Grand. I love this bull. He's a beautiful red and white paint bull, and he's got the nice long horns. His horns aren't as thick as Starbase Commander, and I believe Alpha Switchback as well. It's kind of hard to tell given pictures and perspectives and whatnot, but because I've never seen these bulls in person. But Rio Grand was born in 2003, and I believe, yeah, he's probably passed away now. But yeah, he's definitely passed away now. But yeah, he's got a really long body and lean body, a really long and tall. Like, if you compare him to Tex has a long body, but Tex is a bit more lower set than what Rio Grand is or was. Yeah, Tex is a bit more lower to the ground than or in looks, I see. Again, it's hard to tell via picture and video without seeing it in person, but JP Rio Grand, he appears to be a bit taller in his build and longer. The one drawback that I've seen in him is his face. He has a less bullish face. His face is a bit more long and slender than what I think a bull. His face is more long and slender than I would like in a bull. But yeah, he produces. His sire was JR Grand Slam, who had gorgeous horns, just these huge straight horns, and his good color, he gets from his mama, who was, if I need look, TXW Lucky. That was his mom's name. Yeah. And he had passed that on to a lot of his offspring. His color pattern he passed along to a lot of his offspring. Yeah. Okay. Number 7 is a Schumacher bull. So number 7 is Money Talks. Now, registered names can get a little weird, but you can't really have like a registered Longhorn and have it name be like Bob or something. It has to be a name that stands out and a name that is recognizable and is different to every other name in registry. So they can get pretty creative with it. Anyway, Money Talks is a gorgeous black and white bull. He's got great long horns, and well, they all have long horns, but he's got great long horns, and I love his pattern. Like, I love his color pattern. He's out of Cowboy Catch It Checks and Rio Jubilee, a daughter of Rio Grand. So this is Rio Grand's grandson, basically. And his mama, Money Talks, his mama, is named Rio Jubilee. She's really gorgeous black and white cow. He takes a lot after his mama. In coloring and a lot of look, but his horns, he gets his horn thickness from his sire. And his calves, he's got great looking calves. Let me pull up some of them to look. But he's got great looking calves and very consistent calves. Mostly black and white, because black is a dominant color. Now, he is not what is referred to as a true black, which means he would have 2 black color genes, which means all of his calves would be black or black and white. But yeah, he's produced calves of pretty much all colors. Like, I see black and white, obviously. I see Parker Brown calves. I see red calves. I see even a couple brindle calves, a Gruyere calf as well. But just, he produces a big variety in his offspring. All right, let's move on to number 6. So number 6, and Money Talks was born in 2020. Anyway, number 6 is Sitten Bull, which is actually Tex's great-grandfather? Yeah, I believe that's right, because you had Sitten Bull, Black Kettle, Confucius, yeah. But anyway, but Sitten Bull is a gorgeous red roan speckled bull, and he's got great color and composition. He's both long and has a bit of thickness in there with him, and as well, and his horns look great. But yeah, he's got really long horns. He's got great looking shoulders, and yeah, he's got great shoulders and hips as well. But I like his roning pattern. Roning basically is when red and white hair are mixed together to create kind of like this tinted color, like how Sitten Bull, for example. Let's just use Sitten Bull for example because he is roan. He is technically speckled and white, but in the white hairs, there's red hairs mixed in, making him look tinted red, if that makes sense. So instead of just being a speckle and white, like how Prince Willie Joe is, for example, he has red hairs mixed in, which makes him tinted red. And he's got great color and has produced some amazing offspring over the course of his life. Sitten Bull was born in 2005. Hey, my year. But a lot of his offspring share his speckle and roan coloring, but he's, again, produced a variety of different calves with different females. His sire is Hunt's Commander Spect, and his dam is Hash Brown. And his mom's name is Hash Brown. She was this red and white color similar to Baron Bruce over in JL Ranch, just for reference. Okay. Now, number 5, which is Drag Iron. I think some people are going to be surprised I put Drag Iron so low on this list, because a lot of people see Drag Iron and they think the best bull out there, and he is absolutely gorgeous. And he's got great tricolor pattern, speckle pattern, brindle. It's just a lot of people think he's the real complete package, and in many ways he is. He's a very typical bred Longhorn bull. His sire was a bull named Jamaichism, a big black brindle bull, and his mom was Shining Victory. He's got great thick muscular body type, which is as opposed to a lot of the thinner build bulls like Tex and Rio Grand. They're a bit more thinner build, or leaner, not thinner, but leaner build than what Drag Iron is. Drag Iron is a big, beefy, muscled boy. The one thing, and also his horns are long. Like he has, and really twisty too. Like I think it was said that he had some of the twistiest horns for the over 80-inch measurement category. The one drawback with his horns, this is just personal to me, but the one drawback is that his horns dip down a little bit more than I like. I'm a person who prefers the upward turned horns, just me personally. Speaking of upward turned horns, we have number 4. How's that for a transition? Is JP Grand Marshal, another son of not Rio Grand, Grand Slam. This is a brother to, or half brother to Rio Grand, Grand Marshal. So Marshal, as he was known in the pasture, he's got good horn direction. His horns are thinner, a bit thinner for a bull, but he's got great tall shoulders, just a great look. He's got a great head. Let me read my notes real quick. Yeah, he's a blue roan. Basically, instead of the red tint, his speckled color is tinted black instead of but yeah, he's got a roan to him, and his mother was, I'm not going to pronounce this right, JKC Roanty. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. And his mother, there was no picture listed on any of the sites that I researched. There was no picture of her, so sorry. But yeah, he's got a great bull, and he tends to pass on his speckled look to a lot of his offspring as well, because a good bull needs to be able to pass their traits on to their offspring for them to be a good bull. All right. Let's move on to number 3, which is Colt 45 from Rocking O Longhorns. So Colt is another blue roan bull, just a gorgeous blue roan speckled bull with real long and high set horns. I love his horns. To me, they're a bit long for their upward turnness. Is that a term? I don't know. But yeah, this just great looking bull overall. I love how he looks, and most of his calves retain his leaner look. Yeah, he produces mostly lean calves. He gets most of his features from his sire, which is Casanova Magnum, which was this like a blue roan bull but white. If that makes sense. I'll put up a picture. Yeah. All right. Number 2, bronze medal, is TKR Royalty. So Royalty, I love Royalty's look. Oh, it skipped to the next slide for some reason. But I just love Royalty's look. He was born in 2018. Oh, and did I say when the other bulls were born? I don't know if I did. And it doesn't matter. But Royalty was born in 2018, and he's just an amazing look. He's got great long horns. They do dip down, but they've got great direction and more straight outward instead of just going down and then back up slowly. I love how he looks. He's got a great brindle and white patterned look. He produces great color variety in his calves. His sire was T double C Houdini. It's a bit of a mouthful. And his mother was TKR Royal Tefet. Tefet? I don't know how to pronounce that. I think I pronounced it right. But anyway, he's got great brindle color. I love brindle on cows. I love it. But yeah, I love his look. All right. And gold medal goes to JBR Eclipse. I love JBR Eclipse, his look, his upward turned horns, his brindle and white color. I love his look. He's got a beautiful brindle and white look. And the one drawback to him is that his calves, a lot of them have a bit too much upward turned horns, which it's not really a big deal, but that's just one drawback that people might see with him. Yeah, he's a pretty lean bull. Again, much like Rio Grand, only not about as tall, I don't think. But he's just got a great look. I love this bull. He's got the real thick horns, upward turned horns. It's just, I love it. Yeah, I love this bull. But yeah, that's my top 10. So last thing I want to cover is, well, where's Tex? So Tex, simply put, I am biased. I couldn't really fairly measure up Tex in the criteria just because I'm biased and I love Tex. But I do want to talk about Tex. Tex is a longer, leaner bull with a lower set body. He does have great composition. Again, his head structure is a bit less bullish than I would tend to look for. Not as lean as Rio Grand, but not to the the blocky square shaped head of say TKR Royalty, for example. If I could click on it, there we go. But yeah, he's got great composition. And of course, any drawbacks to Tex is more than made up for by who he is and what he's done to so many different people, what he's done for so many different people. But yeah, so that's my video. It's a bit of a long one, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just my top 10 Longhorn Bulls. I figured I enjoy researching Longhorns and looking at beautiful Longhorns, and I figured some others might too. So here you go. Hope you enjoy. Have a good one.